Greetings, I'm Nice.
And I am Scandal.
And let's date some dragons together.
We seem to be slowly getting to this point that we're guessing we're getting towards the end of the game because, wow.
It's winding down, sort of,
Yes.
but also getting more insistent of your feelings. What are they? And we'll talk
what
about
was that
those
thing that
later.
I wanted to...
You wanted to talk about the fact that women are not able to express their feelings. Or in these games, a lot of times, it acts as though people are not allowed to know their own mind or their own feelings. It has to be an internal conflict of going, God, I don't know what I feel, and I just don't know.
Right, okay, yeah, no, I remember. So really quick, one of the things that really bothers me about a lot of games or a lot of media sometimes is really this experience of, in general, of going like, love has to be complicated. Love has to be this thing that you cannot quantify, cannot figure out, will always potentially cause some level of anxiety, and will always be either confusing, conflicting, or hurt someone, or blah, 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 or whatever else.
Ooh.
I don't like games or entertainment that, like, I'm not saying you can't have that. I'm not saying that's not a thing that happens.
And that it's not valid.
But the thing is also going, like, we can move beyond that, though, and learn how to communicate better with the people around us, and going, love is... For you, honestly, you can quantify it. You can go, God, I really love when I hang out with this person that they make me so happy because they're so good at basically listening to me. And I get to share these specific activities with them. You really can
you can be like,
do
I'm so comfortable because I enjoy them because this works because.
Yep. I feel love when you do these actions. Like that's very standard therapy things, but it's also a recognition and trying to quantify your experience. We should be, in my opinion, going towards stuff like that.
Based on our experiences, that a lot of the, very exciting new romance is all about the anxiety drama that goes on inside of people not knowing.
Which is very frustrating.
And it really glorifies that. All right.
Your family was there, and the Dragon Elders too.
The Dragon Elders attend every birth. We covered this one.
That's again, though, where we were both frustrated, going like, really? Smol, the whole time, they already knew who she was. And so that means that they never attended then Rosemary's birth, I would guess.
Which means that her family, even the wife, were not dragon slayers.
Yes.
So did the wife have a friend somewhere that was a dragon slayer that nonetheless brought her in on her community, and then she just talked about this all the time with her husband and her daughter?
Right.
Which just seems wild.
I'm also like, again, though, that shows the elders being neglectful and sort of incredibly manipulative and terrible.
Going, who was Mrs.
We
Fox?
shouldn't put, complete unending faith, in my opinion, in people who are older than us. It is a thing that is basically, it's a habit of basically learning to break and learning to question your reality and going like, is it though actually that thing? Can we actually change our system?
We don't even know if the elders are actually older though, because this is Dragon Society. Elders could be a position. We have no idea.
We really actually don't know.
All right.
That was the moment everything was set in motion.
I saw you, and I died. Oh, whoa. Seriously? The day I was born?
I guess we've always had our lives controlled for us.
Yeah, that's a feeling I
again, I'm like, what is this like? They're like, yeah, you're gonna share all these experiences with these other dragons, and it really is like, for the most part, we're mostly talking to Dylan.
This is very Dylan heavy. We've both been observing that it seems like there is the most non-premium scenes at length and in detail with Dylan. Like, you get opportunities fairly regularly to, round robin the premium scene with all the 3 different boys, but we get the most non-premium time and in great detail and depth with Dylan.
Right.
Which feels really unbalanced.
Now, this might, though, be because we did pay for a premium option just before this. This was have Dylan catch us kind of thing or whatever the crap it was, but I don't know. There's that line you kind of cross. Yeah, it does though, based off of what we've seen. Also, it seems like more of the situations that we run into with Dylan is actually more in line with what we have come to interpret as being Smol's character.
And also, they're more in line with dating as an activity.
Right.
Again, where nobody else has been out alone with her somewhere other than him. Like, it was in the kitchen, or it was in the crime lord's house, that kind of thing.
Right.
And that's it.
And I think everybody else was actually still there. They were just sort of there.
Somewhere else. Yeah. Slightly over here.
Right.
I mean, and then you had Phoenix suddenly, in the Lost Shortcut, which was the only scene he got really alone, if you will, completely alone.
Right. But then you had to completely
pay for that. But then it was very short without paying for it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Guess we both had our lives controlled for us, which is really
maybe
sucky.
It's more like your destiny, because my life's been very uncontrolled. In fact, I've had so much freedom without having any real parent figures in my life. It's been amazing. I had to grow up real fast.
Well, I'm tired of it.
This is where you dump me.
Oh, hey, goodbye. It's time I did something of my own will.
Except for what you're actually going to do is say, I don't care, even though I know it's you, and I just saw your birth and know it's you. I would just have you anyway.
Except that also...
guess.
Sigh. So you're saying that for your experience, it would just be about sharing memories? Because I don't see how this is counter at all to the thing that you just proposed that you want to be counter against.
Right.
Like... What are you freaking
I want to
talking
be
about?
counter to my destiny, which is to try and marry you. I want to do more with you than just share memories.
Isn't that a part of, like, again, maybe this is a dragon thing, again, where I'm going, so is that all they wanted you to do, was to marry Smol and then just share memories?
I like, so you're like, I want to do more than just share memories because that's the only thing that was dictated, that's all that's required for marriage?
Right?
Or going, I mean, I feel like what it is they're not thinking that wide in this scene. I think we're we're assuming more than is here, and he's really just going,
wow,
I am coming on to you. I'm interested in doing more than what that thing we just did was, but I want it to be about something bigger than that, given the conversation he just had, and the fact that he did go, here's Dragon Elders, here's this, and my life's been controlled for me my whole life, and you, as far as we can tell, have been very complacent, and you have worked so hard, not necessarily complacent might not be the right word, but he's worked really hard to do what's been expected of him.
Right.
His whole character has been, I try really hard to achieve everything that's expected of me and use the systems that are around me. He's the only one that went, I will call servants. I use the systems that I'm a part of.
Right.
So his character is very interesting in that way. It's like, it's sometimes surprising in these stories how they have such a complete character in one place of him going, I am very formal. I am very aware of what I'm doing. I'm very aware of my station. I am the one that gets offended when people are improper. And I am also the one that has the most culture shared directly.
Right.
And I am the only one, again, in my station acting more directly is what we would understand his station of, I will call servants. And then him suddenly doing this kind of thing, and my whole life's been controlled by you. You're like, that could be a huge piece of character exposition of going, maybe I don't want to be as good at this as I am, and that's part of, I don't know how to rebel.
Or maybe there's a level of, like, also even, like, quiet frustration of being like, I don't want to do this because it's also been basically where I feel like I've been being fake. I haven't been accomplishing it anyway. I figured out that the idea of perfectionism is incredibly relative, and that everybody has a different opinion about it, and it's
no
driven me
how
crazy.
Good I am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to go off
never,
on another character.
It's never the correct kind of good,
right?
Because it's always someone's opinion. Anyway, so it feels non sequitur, or feels directly contradictory, almost like for him to go, our lives have been controlled with us. I want to do more than share memories with you, unless it is, again, a mandate from the council. That's what marriage would be.
Right.
On the other hand, then why didn't he just go, holy fuck, we shared memories. It's worse than being naked in front of each other.
I feel like, again, though, they're inconsistent because world building. They don't have a lot of stuff. So, like, some of the soft world building in this has been really interesting, and then it's been aggressively really obvious that they have just
dropped
everything.
Or they haven't thought about the world building they've done.
Much more.
More ice skating?
My feet still hurt from that.
Actual dating. You want to do the actual dating we've been talking about, the human culture. Wait, would I ever actually ask about your culture? What would that mean in dragon culture?
Dragon culture does not date.
I had my hair in my face. His hair was in my face because he's holding me in his arms.
Right?
His hair over his shoulder in my face. Foosh. I'm going, wow, you're soft, but but you're really soft. Good job. Wow.
All right.
Either that or his hair in my face, and I'm going, you just smell like lakes and the sea and rain and every water experience I can think of that's wonderful and
honestly,
alive.
I think it would be fantastic that they actually smell like the element that they're kind of tied to. And
I think
people
so
are like,
too.
oh, fire smells awful. And I'm going to tell you, as somebody who really loves fires, you're full of it.
It depends on what the hell you're burning. They can smell brilliant, and you can walk down the street next to, an open chimney where they're burning something like, a pine or maple, and just go, God, it smells amazing.
So good.
All right, so pushing the hair away from my face, I'll just assume it's his hair, because we haven't described our hair at all. Dylan kisses me, full on the lips, without asking, because he's feeling the romantic moment and hasn't asked for my engagement.
At all.
And I might be there, but I'm not, so unfortunately. Wow.
Honestly, that's a reaction. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. What are we doing?
Suddenly just happened. Wow. Okay.
Hey.
He didn't even hesitate. He doesn't normally hesitate.
This sounds really like somebody who's incredibly disassociated. Like, wow, he didn't even hesitate. I'm just being kissed now. Or like, he has just kissed me now. Like, there's a level of separation.
Woken up from a faint. A dead faint of overwhelm from using basically an experience, from being exposed to an experience that I'm not used to.
Right.
Where, like, I have a fictional story with my friend here where we started it probably a year ago, maybe by now, where the dragon in that story and the dragon as part of their culture, they dream together.
Right.
When they dream, it's basically a different, since it is literally a different state than waking, but it's this conscious state.
Right.
Where they're having a different layer of consciousness, and all of them essentially actively, lucidly dream, and they can all interact with each other by sharing that space.
Right.
And so he, when he met a human friend, decided to go, did not realize, because humans and dragons had been segregated largely, decided, was like, hey, we'll dream together. And it was really hard on that person at first in their head. And it took some time. And him just responding really directly of, I have just done something to you that's really hard on your freaking head, caused you to pass out, which I've never seen assumably any human do ever before.
Let alone, I don't think I've ever seen a human before.
Before coming here to Earth, really, based on how much he's been involved in dragon culture. It feels very strange for him to just do this and us be like, we are potentially in a very compromised state, and you have just decided this is the time to do this.
Right?
We are not close and involved in a way that this feels romantic.
It's true.
It feels,
and like I said,
it feels like he's having his own very private experience that doesn't involve us.
Right.
And his emotions are very intense.
Like I said, it sounds like Smol's description of this is very disassociated, like very separate. Like
I'm
this
over
is
here describing what I see.
Wow, it's like you're sort of doing so, which sounds very
a little dark.
Yeah, okay.
A little dark.
Fine.
It's okay. It happens. He didn't even hesitate. He was so sure, so confident. I stand over here and watch him kiss me. That was wild.
Kiss my body. Yep.
I let myself relax into the kiss, enjoying this moment of closeness with Dylan. Why?
I guess. Why?
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 Or just allowing this to happen kind of thing. Of if it's going to happen anyways, if we're in that sort of compromised state and it's going to happen anyways, and we don't have this level of closeness and intimacy, you just fall into it and go, this is what's happening to me.
That gets into really some terrible
I'll just
abusive relationship
let it happen because I don't know how to react.
Oh, that's awful.
So I relax because it's what's happening.
Again, you can know your feelings. You can communicate them. They can be understood. People going, I just don't
And
know.
it can be hard to understand them, and it may take time.
Especially because your culture usually, at least here in the United States, shockingly, we don't teach each other that very well.
We don't teach each other a lot of that, and a lot of it has to be learned as adults or through friends who grew up with a more communicative family, or by going to therapy and them going, here's a lot of really cool communication tools that some people picked up by the wayside as they went through life because it happened to be.
Wow, you're just so naturally like smart and talented.
Except
No,
for
I
you're
actually
not.
hurt myself a lot.
I picked it up. I was saying, and that you just didn't happen to pick up.
Right.
There aren't any people that are just naturally good at this thing inherently. There are people that are naturally good at picking up those kind of social cues and making that kind of algorithm.
Well, it's also like they're different people. You just have different priorities and interests.
And they all have those different priorities for different reasons. So this feels a little dark suddenly. All right, so there we go. I just surrender to the moment because it's the thing that's happening to me.
I have literally no other choice. I would love to kiss you all morning, Smol, but I can't be selfish.
Right. I say a little dazedly because I'm not sure why this is all happening, and I did literally just get a psychic overload, and I am really not and an experience of someone else's life, which is strange as hell. I should probably get inside because that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, that doesn't
right here.
So this,
my dude, I was out here on my own for my own purposes, and
vaguely kind of reminds me of the Blade Runner scene.
I guess I should just
like that's
get
a little
inside.
bit more aggressive,
I say no because there's the power imbalance isn't the same here.
I know.
It's fine.
I said vaguely. That's why I said vaguely. I said I'll join you, and the music will immediately change.
And me looking at his mat and experience, going, "You're gonna just pick all that up and come with me." Okay.
I think we've had enough meditating for today.
I see. And you're saying sharing your full-on ass memories with everything included is less intimate than is kissing? That seems interesting. Maybe it doesn't share everything. Well, that was a la 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 la. Look at all of
they're all here in the kitchen waiting for you. Us. Oh God.
Hey, there you are, Smol. Rise here, and he has news. He made sure that they didn't eat Mr. Fox and his kid. Actually, they totally ate Mr. Fox and his kid. There's no question anymore because she's breakfast, so there's no worry.
Dylan.
What?
Phoenix, you are completely tasteless.
He's like, what do you mean? It's all solved. That was very simple, very straightforward. It's
Phoenix?
done. What was the God, you guys are always so complicated about everything. Fire dragons. What's a dragons?
You have no sense of subtlety.
Yeah, well, you have. Oh my God!
Slash or text.
You take 1,000,000 years to build one glacier. Fire burns now. Oh my God! He has
news. Our art is so much better than yours. Get to see it here too, Dylan. I just found out that Mr. Fox is with the elders.
He's with all of them. He's figured out how to solve his financial troubles by being with all of them.
They will. This one being will be my sugar daddy.
We will have you. It's fine. Oh, you explained that you just wanted a sugar daddy via your child getting married to someone who would then financially support you. We can fix that.
Oh, excellent.
You look fine.
And guess what? They are furious that he lied about Rosemary. I mean, I imagine that that's perfectly reasonable because there is a level of, like, feeling sort of betrayed and going, hey, this is, you know, our time. We've got other things to take care of. We've got, you know, we've got to go play a bunch of poker and we got,
we have plans and things. You know what? Yeah.
They are holding the two of them there now while they think up his punishment.
Oh, good. There is retribution for lying to the law in this case, or to the court under potential oath. Punishment? You didn't stay there? Oh, no. I think I'd better go over there and see if I can help. I don't know where it is or how far away it is or if I got there on my own before.
We're gonna
or if
do
I have to run or ride my bike.
Google Maps will be my guide.
Google Maps. Dragon Court.
Now.
Google. Could you please read? Did you mean Drunken Monkey?
Did you mean Dragon Court, which is like, you know, they're like a Chinese place or something?
Right, the Dragon Court Chinese food.
Right.
No. What do you think, boys? We are a team now. We're Senshi team. It's great. I know we all
Assemble!
fight. Assemble! Transform! We got this. Are we going?
Do you even need to ask?
I mean, you don't always listen to my opinion, so, you know, just saying.
You're going to need us, Smol.
Apparently, I will.
Please, let us be there for you.
I mean, given that you actually know how the law works and I don't, yeah.
Honestly, I keep waiting for one of them to go, I have no idea how the hell this thing works. One of them going, I'm incredibly well versed in that, which I imagine is Dylan. So I think, honestly,
actually, it'd be great if it was Rye.
No.
He's had to get away from it.
No, but I was gonna say, so I want to say, like, Dylan knows what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Phoenix actually knows it okay, and I was gonna say, Rye doesn't really know because he ran away a while ago.
It'd be more hilarious if he knew more about it, though, because he had to use a loophole to run away, and that's why they haven't brought him back.
Yeah, but he hasn't gone back and studied for much longer, though.
I
So
know.
it's been a few years in between then, so
I just think it would be funny. If you,
yeah,
or
well,
if it's
I
just
was trying to avoid the stereotype of Phoenix being a big, dumb, brash idiot, because that seems to be what they want to do with him, kind of. So.
Yeah, I think Phoenix knows a lot more than he's saying, and he really should. Going, yeah, I'm impulsive, but God, of course I study things. Jeez. I shit on everybody. Thanks, guys.
I literally
feel like
kind of don't have any
we
choice.
all should have all been there at first anyways, and I really didn't even occur to me, apparently, at all, that there could be consequences to lying to a different legal system than ours, essentially at what was a court hearing that could have assumed some kind of oath or sworn in experience. I don't know. I could use your support, for sure. Okay, come on, let's go.
Go where?
The other dragons disappear so Grandpa can appear. Poof! Poof! Just shoves them out of the way. Uh-oh. I haven't told Grandpa about any of this.
You're kidding.
You're kidding. He doesn't know about Rosemary and all the visits and all of the everything and the whole drama.
Fucking kidding.
You all live there and you speak around him. Have you been actively hiding it from him for days? Because it's been going on for days?
What?
The three of them are practically living in your house. How would they not have it happen around him?
Shit. Why?
Worried that he won't like what we're doing. No?
Why?
I
mean, you're gonna be saving potential.
He's an actual dragon slayer. He should know about their court and practices.
No shit.
Oh my God.
Tell
the
truth.
freaking truth. Oh
You
my
bastard.
God. We're going to visit the dragon elders.
You're going to try and reclaim your role from that nasty Mr. Yeah, he's totally.
Yeah, like he knows
Why the
about all
hell
of
have we
this.
not told him shit? Oh, I knew it. I knew you'd come around.
Oh, well that's good because apparently I was super out of touch.
Go fight for your right to party!
Woo! Smell.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll go great!
Kick his ass, young Smol!
Kick his ass, young Smol! I bet it won't be long before I'm calling one of these boys my grandson-in-law.
Oh God. Grandpa! We are going to go now.
I'm very disappointed because suddenly it makes Grandpa seem like he is suddenly wildly disconnected from all of this and very abruptly. Like, he was super involved in the beginning of this, and now Grandpa has just noped off and suddenly gone, I'm gonna be the cute, bumbling, yay, combatene, you know, like disconnected. I'm like, that's kind of offensive, actually, especially considering that as far as we can tell, this guy's super old. Like we're talking several hundred years ago.
I was there during the Dragon War before society was settled. He might be a couple thousand years old because it's not in our regular human history.
Right? Like, damn.
Damn.
And you boys take good care of Smol out there.
And in the meantime...
Thank you for joining us, guys. We appreciate you spending time with us. If you would like to support us, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and share our videos with people you think that might enjoy them. And other than that, though, if you want to support us more directly, please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We've got some links down below because we are trying to live, so, you know, we can eat and stuff. I have been Scandal.
And in the meantime, we understand this is Corona times. And while we are trying to encourage people to support us if they have the means, please do not feel guilty or obligated in any way.
Don't.
It is sort of our pitch, but we also know that at this time, it may not be as accessible to many people, and that the structures of Patreon and random donations, as well as direct support, are changing as the finances are changing.
And honestly, we hope for the better.
We greatly enjoy you being here, and it is lovely to have you along on this trip. And I have been Liz.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!